This time, on the Highway Thru Hell, Jamie Davis and his heavy rescue team take a very special look at the season that was in what could be their final beer o'clock in hope. A wicked winter of wrecks.
Chaos up there.
And heartbreak.
No!
Forced Jamie to make the most difficult choice of his life.
Everything around me has beaten me to the ground.
He turns to his trusted crew.
The reason I called you guys all in today.
To decide whether to stay on the coke.
Look at that.
Or leave.
Money, money, money all up and down this road.
For the rich towing grounds in Canada's booming north.
I'm Mark Miller, the producer of Highway Thru Hell. Welcome to our big pre-game show for our grand finale. I know everybody's anxious to see how it all ends, but we thought, what would be better than a final beer o'clock, a chance to catch up with Jamie and the boys, to talk about the season that was up on the coke and some of the hard decisions that still need to be made.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, boys.
Here's to the end of the season.
Only hope. Hey, Mark.
One big episode left, big grand finale. What's it like for you guys? Now you've been on TV a year, a full season.
Oh, it's great.
I'm amazed at how kids enjoy the show.
Kids start dressing up as you at Halloween. You know, you're either very frightening.
Even just going grocery shopping, you got people following you through the grocery store. If you walk by somebody, you can just tell they're looking at you like, I know that guy.
Some guy banging on my door 8 o'clock Sunday morning wanting free posters.
So people know who you are.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, I'm not as recognizable as these guys, but I get it a lot.
Oh my God, you got a good haircut.
I got the same barber as you bastard.
Well, listen, we figured that we would take kind of an unofficial poll of some of the top wrecks. We'll roll some tape, count them down, see if you guys agree with what our poll says.
The reefer started to jackknife, then drove up the road into a ravine full of trees.
You got the stumps here in the way. You go backwards, it's gonna hit that tree more.
The other side of the trailer is so badly crinkled and wrinkled from the trees and all that the integrity is gone.
Adam! Why was that such a complex problem, that one?
The trailer was so structurally damaged. On the other side of the trailer, people couldn't see that. We don't think it's recoverable, but we'll try. So our goal really was to get it out on the road and get it upright so that it could be unloaded.
Did the trees tear up the side of the thing, or?
Yeah.
It was just, on a scale of 1 to 10, it was at 8 already, damage-wise. And, we got 20% chance of bringing it out.
The damage from the crash was too much.
Chicken everywhere.
That was the end of that. And it didn't make it. The patient died.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 4.
Look at that. Straight down.
The truck jackknifed and crashed through the guardrail. All that's holding it from a 600-foot free fall is a single tree.
So when you get to something like that, Adam, do you have to look at it and go, what's the point of failure? Where is this thing gonna let go?
Well, you can only judge it from the top side. I don't like going to the bottom side of things at nighttime.
Why not?
Well, if that tree breaks, that truck will be landing on top of you, so.
That the trailer and the tractor may not be connected together. If we started pulling on the tractor and the trailer wasn't hooked up, we'd be in a mess of trouble. Then the trailer would go like this.
Below that 100-foot drop is a bunch of houses down there, so you don't want that going down on somebody's house. Yeah.
A truck that heavy is going to take out a house.
Here's your mail.
Yeah.
Bam!
Hey, let's go. Grab this line. Come on.
The semi lost control on a grueling descent, bounced off the median and slammed hard into a snowbank.
Well, it's buried right into the snow.
I think, was that Holland
Pharmaceuticals.
That's right. And that was a very expensive load, if I remember correctly.
wreck.
Yeah.
Who was on that one?
Me and Kevin got on scene first on that one.
What did you think of it, Kev, when you first saw it?
It was difficult because the way the truck went in, it was just so cemented in with the snow.
But you didn't know that, though, till you started pulling on it.
Right.
Like, it just looked like it was sitting in the snowdrift.
Adam and I thought, like, this will be done in 20 minutes.
Right.
Out of here, towing it down the road, but it didn't turn out that way.
So you guys called in Scott, right? You came in as the number 2 truck on that one?
Jamie was number 2, I was number 3, and Bruce was number 4.
Yeah. Come on, you stupid.
You had 4 trucks on that.
Yeah.
It's just jackknifed a little bit in the ditch. It boggled everybody's mind how much gear and iron we put on that thing, and it wasn't coming. Keep going. Pull. We got a lot of trucks in this thing. It's just planted in there, man. It's just like cement. One quick look at that trailer and truck. One guy in the back, one guy in the front. It should have just pulled out like that. It should have been a no-brainer.
Yeah.
That was the easiest looking job you've ever seen, and didn't need all that gear that we thought.
Okay, let's go number 2 now.
Right off the cliff. Holy.
The Super Bee hit a rock, swerved, and went off the edge of a cliff.
It's got to be, what, 200 feet down?
It's being held by a few trees 200 feet down. But the bigger problem is the active railroad track 200 feet below that.
So do you feel pressure now that you got this road, you got this load teetering on the edge?
It builds up your stress level somewhat, because you're dealing with the highways being shut down and blocking that road. You're dealing with the wreck, and you're dealing with the rail underneath. So there's lots of components, plus all your crew, flagging. There's a whole array of stuff going on. Is everybody out of the way?
I can't believe that guy got out of there, man. I shot you. Unbelievable.
All right. Was there anything left of that truck? I mean, that was a mess, that one.
Pieces.
Okay, let's go to number 1. This was our unofficial survey. Drum roll here.
The trailer spun 180 degrees, then slid into a ditch.
The tractor trailer's in pretty good shape, but it's on its side. Fairly intact. The walls bowed out a little bit. You look it over, this guy's done hardly any damage to this thing, and all he needs to be is write it up, and he's gonna be away to the races.
Jamie thinks he can pull off the holy grail of recovery, saving the truck so it can drive away, cargo intact.
This wreck here, number 1, was probably the best wreck of the whole season. I mean, to be able to upright a tractor trailer probably worth $500,000.
Yeah.
That's recovery.
Ice on the road is causing the wheels to slide.
We need gravel. Just let the bag start popping out, and I'll give you the moment. He's ready. Top one. Top one, top one. Top one, top one. Okay, good. The guy can drive away. That's the best.
That's
of the
when
best.
you drive away smiling the whole way.
And then
Makes
the
you
word
feel good.
goes
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Right? It feels good, eh? I mean, that final shot in that scene, truck goes driving away. With the guy's little doggy in the front.
Yeah, save that one.
What would your vote be for the worst wreck of the season?
Bell's Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lumber truck and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
methanol truck was the worst night of the year.
That was
Frickin'
the
nightmare.
worst one. We were soaked and cold. That
Tired.
was bad. Tired too, yeah.
Stupid snow, it was stupid ice. Cold, it was warm.
What a nightmare.
Cold, tired, and miserable. Pissing rain out my feet. I'm soaked to the brim. Everybody was just about in tears. You see a bunch of rough and tough guys, all of a sudden, they're not so rough and tough anymore. And we want to go home to mama. We're done.
The question is, was that really the low point of that wreck? Because I remember there was something else that happened there, unfortunately.
Oh my God.
Listen, when we come back, we'll talk to you more about that moment. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk to the comeback kid about his return.
Over in the shop, the crew is worried about what all this means for their future.
The rumors are, I guess, the fort's moving to Fort Max, so and I guess we're all gone. I don't know.
We'll see how it is. You know, there's obviously we're gonna have to have some discussion on what's going on and what his intentions are and all the rest of that BS.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm gonna keep being a car guy in hope, or does he want me to go up there and be part of the A team, or am I even on the A team? Am I still the B team? I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out soon. It's kind of frustrating. Communication around here sometimes isn't as good as it could be.
Don't make me get jazzy over here and show you how it's done. Keep pressure on that line.
Keep pressure, man. Like, I'm not 300 pounds like everyone else.
Pull it back now.
I'm gonna get really pissed
Pull!
off. Don't yell at
Get
me,
in your
buddy.
truck and go
Don't
home.
yell at me. Don't yell
Get
at
in
me.
your truck and leave.
You don't tell me what to do. You
Get
don't
in your
yell at
truck
me.
and leave. If
Yeah,
you
show
don't
off
do
for
it,
the
you're
camera.
told, leave.
Show off to the camera, Scotty. That's
Go away.
you're. I thought you were a good person.
It's kind of like a captain of a ship. When the captain speaks, people do as they're told. And if you have people that aren't doing as they're told, the best thing to do is just tell that person just to go away.
Does he still have it?
You know, he's kind of almost a pensioner now, but I think he's okay.
He's a good operator. He's got lots of oil field experience.
Wrong with
Well, the first real test for him was pretty early in the season. You were out of town with Kevin, and there you were on your own.
He's got this big wreck, and there's, you know, Jamie's out of town, Adam's out, Kevin's out.
Tractor trailer flipped over on its side, blocking both lanes of traffic.
Were you nervous?
Well, I was a little bit. You know, I hadn't done it and
You hadn't been running a record
for a
how many
while.
years?
Adam made it very clear that I had to show my worth and do what he's been doing for years and years. You know, like step it up.
Hey, is everybody out of my way?
We had one truck to work with, and that's what we worked with.
Okay, everybody.
That looks cool.
Textbook. Okay, let's rig her down, boys.
Nothing 80% about it was 100% perfect. You don't know until you try.
It's like hitting a home run in your return from the minors.
I think that's kind of like a grand slam, they call it.
You felt pretty good, didn't you?
I did.
But how did he do? What do you guys think? You see that tape?
He still got it. He saved the day.
So that's the high point for you last year?
That was my high point.
Okay.
Now I know we're going there.
What's the low point?
January 8th was the ultimate low.
2 nights ago, Scott parked the rotator on a steep hill directly above the flatbed. He flipped the ice cleats down to stop it from sliding, but they kicked out.
So show me what you wrecked. Right here? Oh my God. You pushed the whole body out. The whole body's.
Jamie, were you a little disappointed?
Calm down, calm down. Calm down.
Easy. It was a tough one for me to stomach.
So he goes from being the hero to kind of being the GOAT.
The zero.
In really a matter of couple of weeks,
Days,
maybe.
yeah, within
days.
Yeah.
It was bad, you know, like I knew, you know, I mean, for Jamie to kick me loose in a, you know, $750,000 truck, you know, it showed me that he had a lot of faith and trust in me to take care of it. And then, you know, when that happened, it was like disgusting.
One thing I gotta ask you. Why weren't the chains on before you went down the hill?
The roads were in great shape. And they appeared to be in great shape. The plow had been going up and down and sanding the hell out of it. And I think what happened is there was just that one little bit of a spot that was kind of untouched, maybe a little dip in the road or something. I don't know.
One of the other irritants this season between you and Scotty was the general.
Driving the General, I mean, it's kind of like the penalty box.
I just got to kind of duck down like this.
The General truly is an embarrassing truck to drive.
This ain't a bad old truck at all, if I can shift it. You know what, these guys are spoiled. You know, you get a brand new truck, you earn that truck. I could take any kind of a truck like this, bubble gum it together, duct tape it together, and I'd make $250,000. Scott should be in that truck doing the job. I'll suck it up, princess. We all did it. We've all been there.
You told us you were quite frustrated with Jamie.
I was.
Many times, getting in that General, it was a common theme. You were unhappy in that truck. And I would even go so far as to suggest you would have said, Jamie isn't doing enough to get me my new truck.
So this is the truck.
Is it ever shiny, eh?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
What kind of a timeline are we looking at? So we're a couple weeks out?
A couple of weeks out.
Okay.
My personal thought was there could have been a little bit more effort put into making sure that truck was done, or trying to make it a little bit quicker than it was.
You know, I'm just run off the Beetle. Have you ever...
Oh, God.
Huh? No.
Come on.
I can't relax because there's so many things that people are always calling on me. I need to start saying no.
We had battles all season
Did you guys
long.
argue about
We
that?
It's the
argued
new
all...
pigeonhole.
You know what? It became such a sore spot. You know, like, and I'll sit here right across the table from him and say, you know what, Scott? You're a good operator. You know what you're doing. Sit and have a beer with you anywhere. No problem. I don't dislike you. We don't have, but we got to the point where we were stressing and fighting every day of the week.
Jamie broke the news that the new truck is built, but he can't afford to put it into service.
You know, what do I do?
I've got to cut costs.
I can't.
I've got to cut costs. This is the thing I'm wrestling with. It keeps me awake in the middle of the night. Right?
Well, I'm sure it's going to keep me awake in the middle of the night.
Well, near the end of the season, you know, we basically saw your truck arrive on the back of the flatbed.
Yeah.
The only thing is, though, I can't license it and have it sitting here and me making payments on a truck that we'll hardly use. This thing will be $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and we won't license this till fall, if we keep it.
I've done everything that I've been asked to do by Jamie, and now I just got the biggest kick in the I've ever had, you know? It's like, I wasted my whole winter. Wasted it.
He gave up a good money job in Alberta to come.
Yeah.
Did you feel a responsibility to deliver on your promise?
I think that I did everything I could possibly do given the circumstances that are beyond my control. He got kind of shafted in the whole thing. I'm not denying that. But at the end of the day, I didn't shaft him personally. It wasn't me saying, hey, Scott, I'm gonna give you the gears and put a knife in your back.
Everybody has their own personal feeling.
Do you wish that you didn't come to Hope? Do you wish you would have stayed with your job in Alberta?
I kind of wish that, you know, if we seen things that things weren't going to work out when they were supposed to, that, you know, maybe I should have pulled the pin on it.
My question is, do you regret coming here?
That's a tough one. It's tough to say.
No, you know what? There's some bittersweet moments there. I mean,
you know.
And I'll be fair to Scott, too. There was a lot of times during the winter, he saved our ass on the job.
Even though other people didn't fulfill their obligations to me, I committed to be here for this season. Point of the matter is the job still has to get done.
Back at the yard, Jamie's got a surprise up his sleeve for Scott.
Come here, you lying, cheating, thieving bastard. So here's the deal.
Guy walks up in the airport. You're from that show, Highway Thru Hell. He says, yeah. I'm not signing autographs. I'm the grumpy old fart on that show. And that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be.
We got Bruce with us. Crazy Horse. Welcome back, Bruce.
Glad to be back.
You started out, you had big plans this season. You're gonna get your truck pimped out.
Another promise not kept, eh?
Exactly.
If there's no wrecks, you don't eat.
Because money's tight, some hoped-for upgrades haven't been done. Plans to pimp out Bruce's wrecker are now on hold, although Jamie's most senior driver is still optimistic.
Yeah, sweet truck when she's done putting a wicked sound system in it.
Yeah.
And all underneath the body, they're gonna put strobe lights.
Why was getting the truck pimped out, why was that important to you?
I like that truck.
You see potential in it?
It's a nice truck.
Why didn't you pimp out the truck?
I just think we had just too much on the go. There were so many projects. It's like, how many projects can you do?
Bruce, what kind of season did you have? Did you have some struggles this year?
I had a few.
What was the challenge for you?
I was getting tired of getting up at 3, 4 in the morning.
Bruce is a great guy, but when the snow flies, Bruce isn't exactly the snow shed warrior.
I don't like chaining up, period.
Now he's gonna be stuck here, you watch.
You're gonna have to chain up, Bruce.
Putting on chains. What is it about chains? I mean, it's part of the job, man.
They're chains.
They're chains. I won't put them on if I do not have to.
There were a couple times when you showed up on the mountain, everybody else was chained up, you didn't have any chains on. I mean, you've got to know that that's going to get you into trouble, potentially, no?
Gets me into trouble, I get into trouble.
Caused me a few stressful moments.
Why?
Most of the time he was telling me to blow it out my ass and he'd do whatever the hell he wanted to do. So it's like, okay, how much of that can you take, right? So, you know, I've got Adam going hard and heavy, and I remember one night you were sleeping in a pullout somewhere, weren't you, on the highway? And it's like I'm driving by, putting my chains on, and I'm going, look at this. In your truck there, Bruce? I worry about Bruce all the time. Usually at some truck stop or in a parking lot, or pull out somewhere on the highway, you know, passed away. Bruce.
You also got to give him some respect, though. The old dog's put his time in on the mountain.
Yeah.
He's
35 years in this business.
You got to cut a guy some slack?
I try to, I do, and then, you know, it gets to the point where, you know, is this a worthwhile business event? And you got to kind of, you know, one thing in this business is a small, tight little world, but at the end of the day, I still have the cash reality to deal with. Bruce needs to be driving this. This will be easier on his stock and lifting and all that kind of stuff. And it'd be easier for him to drive around than driving them big trucks, you know? But, you know, I guess it's a little bit crusty like Bruce. So, a crusty truck for a crusty guy.
All he needs to do now is convince Bruce.
Maybe the way to solve this problem is to put you more in a smaller truck, and then you work with Ken to do the car towing. So.
Don't appreciate people saying I can't handle this job.
But what did you think? When you asked him to go to a smaller truck, he wouldn't. You were frustrated.
I was trying to take the stress off him, put him in a job where he could still make some money.
Ultimately, Bruce, at the end of the day, why is it hard for you to move into a smaller truck?
I don't like small trucks.
Is it a pride thing?
Yeah.
It's pride.
Yeah. There's more money in big stuff than there is in small stuff.
You gotta do 5 times the work in a little truck.
Exactly.
The work is lighter work, though, too. Here's the thing. I mean, you know, picking those heavy chains up. You're coming back from 10 years off the job. I'm pushing 48 years old. At the end of the day, you don't get out of bed as quick. You don't bend over as easy, and as you age, it gets tougher and tougher to do.
Did you feel a responsibility to move him into a smaller truck to lighten the load on him?
Yes, and that was my way. I didn't really want Bruce to retire. That wasn't my goal.
Hey, Bruce?
The final straw for Bruce was a phone call from a customer saying that he did $15,000 damage that I've got to pay for.
I gotta go over some with you.
They said that thing's $15,000 damage to that truck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on lately, though, but it's just like you're upside down, you know what I mean? Up in the...
No, no, a minute.
This is a hard thing for me to talk to you about, even, Bruce. I love you to death, Bruce, but I think you need to retire. I really do.
You had to make him retire.
Had to. Not that I disrespected Bruce. Bruce is a trooper and a warrior in our business. You know, it is a hard thing for you to retire a guy out because you know what he's been through. It's a brutal, brutal business to be in. It's a hard one to say to a guy, hey, you know, I know you put in X amount of years, and to just say, hey, you're done. That's the worst possible thing you could have to do as a boss, is tell a guy he's retired. It really was hard. I had to draw the line and say, hey, you know what, Bruce? You need to be in a different job that's not gonna, you know, push you as hard. I mean, it's just like me. You think, is it nicer to drive around in a pickup truck all day or drive one of them big rigs?
Let's take a look at the retirement party and let's come back and talk about it.
Thought we were gonna retire together.
No, I am retired.
Okay, buddy, well, good luck, man. I'm gonna miss you big time.
Bula, 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 bula.
I hate to see him go. I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him hard.
Comes a point in everybody's life where it's like you need to stand down a little bit and relax a little bit.
I'm a legend, and I'm old school. Just that I was slowing down, and it was time to retire. Yeah, I'm going home.
I love you,
See you
man.
later.
I love you.
Crazy horse, crazy horse, crazy horse.
Few tears that night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who here had the hardest time dealing with Bruce's retirement?
Probably Jamie.
Probably Jamie, yeah.
But you didn't really let it show, did you?
Well, I tried not to, but I mean, you know, try to be the big boy, you know. Even watching this again here right now was kind of a bit of a tearjerker for me, really.
Bruce, how do you feel being forced to retire?
I wasn't really forced into retirement. I wanted to retire.
Is that true?
I've had it.
Is that true, Jimmy?
I've had enough of
Gave
this.
me grief.
But
He ran
Day
around
after
like,
day
stomped
after
his
day.
feet.
Yelled at me, screamed at me, told me to pound sand, stuck your finger up at me,
Stomped
drove
his
by me.
feet.
Yeah, you wanted to retire. Yeah, sure.
Well, listen, to old Bruce.
Cheers, Bruce.
Cheers, Bruce.
Good to see you, brother.
It's all you did on the highway. Okay, so we'll leave it at that. And when we come back, we're gonna take a look at some of the new guys who joined Heavy Rescue.
If I pick up, Jimmy, am I gonna flip over?
I don't think so. Just go nice and easy.
Okay, just watch me.
You guys want to stand back? Everybody out of there?
What's going on here?
Hey, move. Hey!
Gord is a great guy. You know, Gord can be an extra man. Gord can ride Swamper on the truck, work in the shop. Good at all three of those things.
He's one of them guys that can basically do anything.
My first impression of Gord was he's a scary-looking dude. Gord definitely has the tow truck DNA. Got high hopes for you.
Thanks a lot.
He's a hell of a good swamper. You give him a task and he does it, and he does it right.
Geez, Gord, that's a pretty good review. Everybody seemed to like you.
Good job.
How'd you feel about your first season?
I loved it. I mean, getting taught by everyone, I mean.
Is he a future Bruce?
Possibly.
30 years from now?
You never know.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't got the right attitude.
No, not yet.
Oh, he's a little bit independent. I've noticed that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the high point of the season for you?
The lumber wreck, that
When
was...
they sent you over the edge?
Yeah.
Nice knowing you, buddy.
There's huge rocks everywhere, and any moment in time, those rocks are just gonna let loose. It's pretty hard to hold the cable and haul a big chain down, right? It's backwards.
You okay? You all right?
Hole right there.
That just come apart. Stay back, Gord. Okay, here it comes. It actually jumped off. This is really, 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 really dangerous. He just so much as juggles the lumber underneath him. It's like a domino effect. It'll just go. Be careful to not upset that thing. It's just sitting on its own, right? You move that trailer a little bit, it could take off on you, right?
Go ahead, you can pull.
It feels good when the boss trusts you to go down the hill and do the job.
That was the first time you'd ever swamped?
By myself, yeah. Adrian said, you know what? Here's your work and get it done, right?
You looked at it and you went, what?
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is gonna be huge.
You're not a giant guy, though. You're like you're a little guy. You're probably the littlest guy in the crew, right?
Yeah.
He's got a big heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but a big heart, can that carry a snatch block and all that chain?
Oh, yeah.
Bet.
Well, basically, my piercings hold me down to the ground, right?
Oh, yeah, is that what
I
it
won't
is?
fall over, so.
Listen, one kind of surprising moment that we didn't know about you was we got to meet somebody kind of special in your life.
Oh, my daughter, Addison, yeah.
So what's happening?
Hello. Yeah. How are you?
Good.
Yeah? I haven't seen my daughter for about 3 weeks now.
Gord's daughter lives with her grandparents, so he can work in Hope.
Come here.
Jump really high.
As high as you can. Oh, yeah. It's awesome to be here, because being up there all the time and just miss a lot of this.
That was a pretty cool moment.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
So another new guy who started, Chris, you came from Ontario. How did you guys find each other?
They were looking for somebody. I ran heavy tow truck, and
We'll take it and go.
We needed more help for the winter, so we thought, okay, we need the guy right now. We hire him on the spot.
I'll even open the door for you, so.
Chris is confident he can handle whatever the Coke throws his way.
Woohoo!
I did the exact same thing in Ontario. Just want to rock out. That's my goal.
In one of the episodes, you're driving up Highway 1.
Oh, yeah. Adam had said to me, he goes, you got to really watch that road for rocks that will slash your tires. And I'm, okay. And then I'm cruising up Highway 1 to get to this wreck.
Never driven this highway. Absolutely not. 100% have ever drove this highway. So I have not a clue where I'm going. I'm just going to look to see where this accident is and see if they need help.
And then I'm following a plow guy, and this plow guy's going around and he's got the blade down there. Like, there's like no snow, and you see rocks, and you could hear the rocks hitting the plow.
How'd you feel about that?
I was like, holy.
It's obviously very different than what you're used to in Ontario.
It was like, you call a hill in Ontario, these aren't hills, these are mountains.
You gotta get that lift up before you drive it. Lock that thing up, man. Lock it. You don't need this. Lock it.
How are you supposed to lock it?
I don't know. You're the tow truck guys, man.
Oh my God. I've never towed a car in my whole entire life. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even know how to hook it up.
You said your first episode on the show that you had never towed a car before.
Never.
Some people in that episode wondered if you were for real. Defend yourself.
Some of the things that they do here is way different the way we do it in Ontario.
Jamie, some guys, some bosses might have thrown the guy under the bus. You stuck with them. Why?
When a new guy comes in, I'm not so much about, hey, you're not top dog and you got to go. I'm going to bring him in and try to make sure that he can get better. That's what I want to do with a new guy.
What was the low point for you?
Was on the Coke with that girl getting run over.
Another vehicle came down the hill, struck that vehicle again, and then struck the woman that got out to help and killed her. Makes you love your loved ones a little bit more.
What do you do, right? Happens. They go too fast and they don't pay attention. And that's what happens. People die.
For you, that's probably the first time you've ever run into death at a wreck scene, right?
No. I've been to a couple different fatals in Ontario, but not like that.
That was a sad one, wasn't it?
It was, I gotta say, it's probably one of the saddest incidences that I've had to encounter in all the years of towing, you know.
She was a good Samaritan, got out to help.
She was a nurse or something.
Nurse.
But I can't imagine it gets any easier for you guys. I mean, dealing with death, do you ever get used to it?
When you come across that, there's an emptiness. You live with that emptiness for a while, you think about it. You know, 5 years down the road, you'll think about it and feel that same little bit of emptiness about it. Knowing full well that every one of these accidents is preventable.
You agree with that, Jim?
Yeah, I think a lot of times people are used to their small town and then they're not really, they don't understand the conditions and they're not really prepared for that sharp corner or that up and down. So they're out of their element coming to the mountains.
If the roads are that bad,
stay home.
Go to sleep. Stay home.
Do you think the show's changed people's driving habits at all?
Well, I think over the last season, we really seen a marked, noticeable reduction in accidents all over this area.
People have been way better prepared for traveling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe some good will come out of this then. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope a lot of the young people that watch the show are influenced in a positive way where they want to get involved in the industry. It's for Rylan. I love to sign posters for them at the different truck shows and interact with them when I can in between trying to run the business. Adam, do you want to sign this, buddy? See you later, partners. Thanks, Jamie. Let's say something funny to him.
Sure, do whatever you want, yeah.
Anything? Okay, stay out of the ditch. Make sure you tune into Season 2, the finale of Highway Thru Hell, and watch me outsmart the competition again.
Watch me kick Jamie's butt in the Highway Thru Hell season finale.
There it is, the Green Goblin.
Well, I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them around. It's kind of odd. They're probably in bed sleeping, making cupcakes. Probably making cupcakes.
Al believes in keeping his overhead to a minimum.
Never once has anybody phoned my family's office and asking if we've got a shiny truck before we get a job.
Al, is it really true?
That's funny.
One guy, one truck, enough to keep the Coke open?
You've got to learn to do on your own. Like these guys, they run around and have all kinds of people doing different things. There's some things not at all, but it's...
There's a good dig.
Yeah. I've watched my grandpa tow on the same corners you guys think you need rotators and this and that for. I used to watch my grandpa do it with an old Home 750 wrecker. So
Usually we're off the highway in a couple hours, and one truck, it'll take you all day to clear a simple B train.
Well, what is more important? I mean, is it more important just to get the thing done fast, throw a whole bunch of iron at it?
as long as you can get things opened up and be cost effective to the customer.
Cost effective?
Is there anything?
Some days I wish I didn't start at all.
Cost effective. Is it not true that our industry already works at half price? Half the price compared to our neighboring jurisdictions. So how much more cost effective do you need to be for them?
Is it really cost effective to make that customer on one wreck wait a whole day to get his truck off the road?
Well, everybody wants to be home at the end of the day, but this is a 24/7 job, right?
He's had to shift from being the lone wolf to leader of the pack.
Look out! Gord, just cut the wheels hard to the right and go forward.
You're repositioning or coming off?
Yeah, cut her loose.
Same chain as
Give me a little bit more.
I got 8 people asking to do everything at once. Just undo the chain. Leave the chain there.
I don't have enough, Al. Hey, we're digging the landing leg in, Al.
Watch out, John. Get out of there. Gotta have a victory stick.
Scott, well, let me ask you this. You're new back to the Coke. You've seen both these guys go at it for years and years and years. Mm-hmm. Step back for a minute as an independent observer. Whose model works better?
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
You know, Jamie's gone to a new cutting edge.
So
Trying to lead the industry.
So Jamie's model is better?
I'm not saying Jamie's model.
You're not going to tell me, are you?
I'm not gonna, you know. Al's tried and true. Jamie's is tried and true, but he's moving to the edge.
I'm trying to be leading edge, cutting edge. So financially, we're risking maybe a lot more.
All your guys is whining and crying all winter. I thought I'd bring you guys some cupcakes.
We got a cupcake somewhere, guys?
I brought enough, Adam. You can have 2.
Okay, sounds good.
Did you make these, Al?
Thanks.
I had them custom made. They're Green Goblin.
Green Goblin cupcakes.
Those things are shinier than your truck is.
Well, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the future of Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue on the Coke, and the big question on everybody's mind, are you guys going to Fort McMurray?
What about the airlines and that?
What about him? You're gonna watch him break in a minute. You wanna climb down there and undo him?
I ain't crawling under that.
Whoa! Look at.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got one vehicle off-road left, so we'll just wait for the tow truck.
Earlier this season, a local tow company that specializes in cars decided that they want a piece of the big rig action. In the interest of fairness, Highway Patrol has implemented an on-call rotation policy, and this call has already been dispatched to the other company. With Jamie off rotation, all police calls for the next 2 weeks will be offered to his competitor first.
This idea of rotation, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, sharing it with your competition, how's that affecting you? How's that hurting you?
Never, you know, competition's good in any form.
Sure
you need
it is.
competitors. It's taken years to build up our program in order to handle the types of accidents that are here, come up with the guys, the equipment, and put that package together into something, to make it into something that'll actually do a job. You start cutting the budget in half. As much as we're a private business, we're also an essential service to the highway. We're in a service that keeps the road open to the public. So at the end of the day, if we can't function financially, we can't do the job.
So in this last episode that we just saw, you came up with this idea, which I think was cooked up here in the barn.
Everything around me has beaten me to the ground where I can't even really supply the service.
It's not a lack of knowledge that's holding you back here. It's a lack of business, and you don't feel you can.
Well, we can't survive. Really, we can't survive.
So, why aren't you trying Fort Mac?
What have you got to lose?
Fort McMurray is a boom town, 900 miles away in the heart of oil country.
We keep getting drawn to Fort McMurray. The oil fields are going crazy up there with work. So maybe we've got to go to Alberta, and they'll appreciate a couple guys like us who come out there and do the job for them.
One of the things you guys looked at doing was going to Alberta. And tell me the first time you heard about potentially going to Fort McMurray. What was your first sort of thought?
I know there's a lot of work in Fort McMurray. I know Jamie's got the equipment, Jamie's got the expertise, and he's got the people. The cons for me is that I love being in Hope, and Alberta's a long way from me. I grew up 2 blocks from the ocean. I love the ocean, I love the mountains, I love the BC thing.
And you've worked up there, right?
I've worked in the area a little bit.
What do you think of that place?
Well, it's a very expensive place to be. The paperwork involved in being there, and the certifications and the cold.
It's not cheap up there, right?
It's a very expensive proposition.
And what do you think?
The only thing I'm struggling with is my family, leaving my family behind. Yeah. And do I really want to uproot my family? I don't know. What do you do?
Is it an easy sell for you?
You know, that decision may be made for us in business. It may not be our decision. I really don't want to go and play in somebody else's sandbox. Bottom line is, if you can't afford to pay the fuel bills or pay all the bills, you may be forced out. Or the other option is we have to degrade our equipment and levels and people in order to stay here and survive.
Well, Jamie's got a big decision here for the Coke, for his company, for his family at home. To find out what happens, you're going to have to tune in to the season finale of Highway Thru Hell.
Next time on the Highway Thru Hell.
Nobody's going anywhere.
A nasty spring storm
He blocked the whole road.
catches the Coke off guard.
We were converting to summer.
A mail truck hurtles toward an icy river.
I'm worried about that trailer moving.
And a broken promise forces Jamie to walk off the job.
We're done.
Okay, we're leaving.
And face a reality that could drive him off the coast.
You're either going ahead or you're going backwards. A few months ago, the competitor brought in a big wrecker into town that cuts our business in half. So the reason I called you guys all in today is because